Hey, everybody.
Yay.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Stacy 2.0 here and Kresta 2.0 there. Can I get a hot dang for the 2.0s? Yeah, baby. That was some huge training tonight. Did you guys dig it?
Yeah.
Share in the chat like some amazing cool takeaway that you loved about tonight's meeting, because we're just going to go from there. So listen, Kresta and I teamed up tonight and we are going to bring you some structure. And I know that some of us find that a little hard. I'm going to share my screen, but we're going to create structure in life and in business. And for some of us, some of us that comes easy too. And some of us, we need step-by-step, blow-by-blow plays. So Kresta and I are going to bring that to you tonight. So grab a pen, grab some paper, put your attention hats on and giddy up. Here we go.
You change the slide.
Kresta?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have to do the slide, huh?
You're good. It's all right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We are, like Stacy said, going to try to bring some information to you that might help structure your day a little bit to help personally and from a business standpoint. So one of the big things that you'll hear a lot of talk about if you're brand new, if you've been with us a while, you might hear us talk about win the day. Some people call it their daily goal list. Some people call it a to-do list. Win the day is a list of simple things. I try to keep mine very, very specific. And I try to keep mine simple, like very reasonable, 6 to 10 items maybe, so that I don't get overwhelmed. If I put everything in my brain that I think I want to try to accomplish in the day, then sometimes I feel like I haven't accomplished anything. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. I do have 4 things that are on my list every single day. And that is, I'm currently still doing the 5 and 1. So 5 and 1 is always on my win the day card. Getting my water in is always on my win the day card. And then personal development is always on my win the day card. And business building activities is always on my win the day card. And then I kind of structure it from there. So it just really helps with scheduling your priorities throughout the day and recognizing where you might be missing doing some of the things that you should be focusing on. But always remember to do business building, some health building, whether that's your 5 and 1, exercise, water, those kinds of things. Don't forget that. Personal building. If you're not a reader, I like to read. If you're not a reader, listen to a podcast. Get some books on, listen to your books while you walk or whatever that might be. Personal development, getting real with yourself is what I like to call it, because that's what I've been doing a lot of lately. And relationship building, time with your kids, time with your significant others, time with, if you still have a regular job, time with coworkers, things like that. Make sure that those are also priorities. Business building activities for sure. From a coaching standpoint, we want to focus on, and those should definitely lead to, we want to get to a health assessment. We want to work on acquiring referrals, and then also lead towards some Coach Explore calls. So when you set aside your business building activities, then that might be another small list that you add. I do sometimes. Some days I'm doing follow-up Friday. Other days I'm strictly following up with my coach candidates. Some people do all of that every day. I kind of separate it out so I don't get overwhelmed. However you set up your win the day card is entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong way to do it, but you're helping structure your day a little bit. And make sure you're doing the things that help you get ahead and where you want to be. Just like in the call we just had 5 minutes ago.
That call was amazing.
Yes,
sometimes you get on there and sometimes, you can, but boy, they were on it. So another way that we have to take us through a day of structure is the power hour. Now, if you've never heard of the Power Hour, I'm going to tell you a secret. This is the coolest thing. This Power Hour activity tracker, and I've got it printed front and back, is in the Transformation Tribe in the files section. And I totally just encourage you to go print that out. And for me, I have a binder of things, and I like to print stuff out. I'm just going to show you real quick. I like to print stuff out and keep it at my fingertips. So I put it in a couple of sleeves, because that way I have it. And that way I can refer to it, because sometimes we forget, it's like, oh, there's all this stuff. So I put the things that I really want to kind of keep in the forefront of my brain in a binder. So that's what I did with this, is I printed it out, and as soon as I'm done here, it'll go in my binder. So I want to give you some tips for doing a Power Hour, because I know that can seem very intimidating if you are the type of person who just has a busy day, doesn't have time in their day, need to fill in some white spaces. This Power Hour does not have to be done from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock on the same day of every week. It just doesn't. Your Power Hour is yours. So make it that way. And you can see that I've got 15-minute increments here. Wait, am I missing one of those? Maybe.
Yeah.
15-minute increments on here of what to do. So if you only have 15 minutes right now, you can do 15 minutes of starting conversations with new friends. And then if you're thinking, okay, but then I've got an appointment to get to your appointment, you're going to sit there and wait. So why not do another 15 minutes of maybe following up with people that you've spoken to before? My point is, you don't have to do all of this at once. But here, I would like to just give you some tips on how to get a good meaty Power Hour. So you can, first of all, set a timer, because this is like, I'm in my office and I'm working time. So you don't want any interruptions. Don't answer any personal texts. Don't, basically just put up a big fat do not disturb sign. I need an hour, or, maybe it's 30 minutes right now and 30 minutes later, whatever. Put up that do not disturb sign. And, if you've got littles, just let them know, hey, mommy has to do this or daddy has to do this right now. And when I'm done, we can do blah, blah, blah. And then keep yourself true to that word. Because when you're promising a little some time, you have to be true to that, because they won't trust you if you keep putting them off and then don't get back to them. So that's my old days. So again, no distractions. Any time of the day is great. And don't overthink any of the actions. Some of the best posts I put out there are, I will have sat here and I'm like, blah, 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 in my bats in the belfry are starting up. And I'm like, and then I just close my eyes and type, because I'm thinking, stop it. Don't overthink it. This is not rocket science. I say that all the time. This is not rocket science. And we try to make it be rocket science, and we try to make it too hard. So your first 15 minutes, you're going to start conversations. So one of the things that I have started doing, and this is kind of cool, is you get a little Facebook message up to on the right-hand side of your screen every morning that says birthdays. So Facebook is so great at telling you whose birthday it is every day. So I have started taking those to private message. What I used to do was click on it, happy birthday, totally impersonal. Now what I do is I click on them, I go to their messenger, and I write a message. And maybe, if it's someone that I don't know, I'll go to their Facebook page and I'll try to learn a little something about them for a minute, and then I'll go so I can make it personal. Everybody and their mother can wish you a happy birthday, but do you want yours to stand out? Then put a little more personal into it. So that I love doing that. You can even do an audio message, hey, happy birthday, just wishing you a day full of joy. I hope it's a lovely day for you. Done. And they're going to be like, wow, that's just cool. That's nice for people to say. Anniversaries, again, go to that next level and send a video, or it doesn't even have to be a video of your face. You can just record something and say, hey, happy anniversary. Oh my gosh, 23 years. That's, what an amazing feat these days. Just be bubbly and happy and share joy with them. That's what people want. They want your joy. When you like and post and comment on any post, start the conversation and thank them for taking the time that that they, especially like if you're likes and loves or whatever, you can go to the messenger and thank people for taking the time. And then you can even ask them, hey, what stood out for you? They will answer, I promise you. Now, if you're sending these messages and people are answering you back, the first thing we want to do is, oh, got one on the line. Type, 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 let's get this going. Don't do that. I'm going to ask you to take a minute and breathe. Wait till your power hour's over, get back to them later. Okay. This is not a have to have this conversation right now. That's going to just, take away, I want to say this the right way, that you want to give them your authenticity. And so just let it sit for a minute. So then you're going to do 15 minutes of starting conversations with new friends. And so what I do is I will, because, gosh, I've doubled my friends in the past year. And do I know how to talk to all those people? Definitely not. But can I go to their Facebook page and find something that we have in common? Absolutely. Hey, I see you love to ride horses. My gosh, I haven't been on a horse for so long. I would love to do that again. I mean, that conversation right there got me a horseback ride with an old friend. And I was so excited because I had lost all this weight. And then I got to make an awesome post on Facebook about my horseback ride. So just go be interested in people, and that's where you'll find your conversations. The goal is to find friends that you actually want to know and have things in common with. I mean, you're not just going to go friend, click, click. I mean, yes, some people do that. That does not work for me. I want to be real. I want to be authentic. And there are people that I've clicked on that I'm like, oh, nope. I mean, it's just true. There are nopes out there, people. Not everyone on the planet is supposed to be our friend. And so the next thing you want to do is 15 minutes of follow-up. And those are the people you can go straight to your messenger list and scroll right back through there and just go, where did I leave this conversation? Where did I leave that one? And just, maybe you haven't shared with them that Optavia is, offering $50 off this month. I found 2 of those when I scrolled back through. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell them about this. So I was able to reach back out. And then 15 minutes of engaging with your friends list and 100 list. And so these are the ones that you can just, go on and talk to your people. Whether it be thanking them for loving on your post, or whether it be, hey, you want to go, I'm starting this, a walking group. Do you want to come go with me? Or, do you have any friends who might want to go? I mean, it can be anything, but engage with those people because they've been with you from the beginning. They're watching. So make sure not to leave them out. Why did I feel like, wait. Oh, I see what I did. I had the 15 minutes of starting conversations, and then there's another one with starting conversations with new friends, which is why that's out. Sorry about that. That's my bad. And so my beloved, wonderful husband made all these slides for me. He put on here exactly what I told him to do, and I left one out. So my apologies. But that power hour kind of takes us into setting rocks in your calendar. So what I put up here is my calendar. And what I want you to notice is there's some dots on the side. So all the green ones are Optavia. And listen, if you're a coach with Optavia, you know what? I know that you are here to help people and to serve people and to do wonderful things with people. But you're also here to, make a financial difference to yourself. So my rocks in my calendar for Optavia are green, because what's that the color of, baby? So, but I like to use the different colored dots. So anything happening just at home like this, I'll put my Stacy dot as blue or purple. So just notice on here that there, here, let's go to September 9th. We had a birthday, and then I have my weekly with my coach. And then we were getting on with another coach. I have my yoga in there. I had to pick up a friend. And so I put all that stuff that I don't want to forget on my calendar. Now, like Kresta said, she does the like drink your water and do your feelings on her win the day. I don't put that stuff on my calendar, but everyone is different. So what we're saying is we're giving you all this stuff. Pick what you want, you guys. You don't have to say, oh, Kresta said I have to do this, and that. Stacy said I have to do this. Oh, and this was the calendar. Take what you want. We're just giving you examples and sharing with you what can be, what could be. So you get to put your priorities in here. And I think Kresta had a couple of things to talk about on the setting the rocks as well.
Yeah, excuse me. I just wanted to add to that, Stacy, like you said, there is no right or wrong way, just like the win the day card. There's no right or wrong way to structure your calendar. It's what works for you. My calendar shows that I get up at 6 a.m. Well, if you're not an early riser, if you don't function well at 6 a.m., then to try to get up at 6 a.m. is not going to set your day up for success. Recognize that as early as you can. If you need to be in bed earlier, if 9:30 is your cutoff at night, if you start finding yourself not being productive at 9 p.m., stop. Keep all that in mind, that there's no right or wrong way. Everybody does it different. Some people that have been in this business for years still use paper calendars. They have paper planners. They don't do it on their phones or any kind of technology way in a laptop or on their phone. And it works beautifully for them. And they are crushing this business. So there is no right or wrong way to maintain your calendar. Color code it however you need to. If you looked at some of the stuff I have on notes, I have asterisks and I have highlights and I have this and that all over as I go throughout my day. As I then add it, yes, then I know how to add it into my calendar. If I'm not adding it right there on the fly, I can write it down on a notepad and okay, that's a yellow because I know that's going to be a health assessment or however it means to you, But also when you're doing your calendar, make sure that you're scheduling in the Optavia times. Tonight, 5 p.m. for your community call, 5:30 for your coach call, 6 p.m. tonight for our Relaford team training, things like that. This week with Dr. A is coming up, put that in your calendar, schedule that stuff and make that non-negotiable as much as you possibly can. Life happens, things come up, but make those as non-negotiable as possible. That is part of, believe it or not, you're listening to someone else talk about the business, but that is really part of your business building activity. You are learning from people that have already done this. They have already laid the groundwork for us. And when I first started, they kept saying success leaves clues. And I was like, what? Why do they keep saying that? Well, I get it now. Success leaves clues. Listen to these people that have come before you. They are explaining and giving you great information that will make it, like Stacy said, this is not rocket science. We all overthink it. If you haven't, I commend you, but I overthink it all the time. Still, I think about how to do things easier. And I spend so much time trying to figure out how to make it easier that I could have been already done with my 15 minutes of power hour. So when you're scheduling this stuff in your calendar, just utilize a system that works for you. Work in structure, keep it non-negotiable, and see where you can improve your time management. You're going to see that when you have it in front of you. You're going to say, oh my gosh, every day, if you don't work a full-time job, like say every day from 9 to 11, holy cow, I've got 2 hours. What am I doing with that? Am I doing something for myself? Am I doing something for my business? Is that the time that I can spend with my children if they're not in school, or even if they're homeschooled? Whatever that might look like for you is, just the calendar really helps with that, which then leads us, Stacy's changed it already, to this form that we put in Transformation Tribe yesterday in regards to scheduling your time. This is amazing. This is available now in Transformation Tribe, but if ever like you want to pass it on to your clients or whatever, it also is in Coach Answers. So this again just goes right along with your calendar. Win the day. You can see the categories on here in regards to how much time. When you are filling this out, this is one key: be honest. If you scroll for 3 hours, put that you scroll for 3 hours on Facebook. Don't say, oh, maybe 30 minutes. Be honest with yourself. That's the only way that you're going to improve and grow and find where you need to spend more time or less time. Take the time to complete this. You don't need to share this anywhere in Transformation Tribe. If you want to, awesome. If you're looking for someone, people, mentors, Annika, any of us that, that you'd like some tips or whatever, absolutely share it. That's entirely up to you. But just be real about the time that you spend on each of these activities and see what you find out. It will be a pretty cool picture once you Gina, it is scary, but it is a very clear picture. If you're honest, it's a very clear picture on what you can really focus on. And the thing that is also cool though is that you might find some really positive things in there. You might be able to find where you can start doing more activities. If you want to be outside more in your garden, that's what it did for me. I was like, oh, Tuesday mornings from 8 to 9, I can get outside and work on my flowers. I have that time. It doesn't, so you have more time to do things that you love to do. Or things that you need to do less of, like I said, scrolling or watching TV or something like that. And you also might find things that you can delete, things that you no longer are serving you personally, physically, mentally, in your business. Also things you can delegate. This was really hard for me. I have somebody that comes and cleans my house, and boy, that was hard. I kept telling myself, oh, they'll never meet my expectations. Well, first of all, I had to get rid of those expectations. It is amazing the time that it frees up for me. Even while they're here, I can work. I'm not taking that 2.5 hours or 3 hours out of my day to do those kinds of things, to delegate that. It is worth that small investment in someone else. You're also helping someone else achieve their dreams, which is why we're all here. But it allows you to spend time on things that you feel you need to. And ask family members as well. Most people I think have a great support system that are more than willing to help. And especially if you are honest with them about what your dreams are. And if you have done dreams together, then they are definitely, you want me to wash the dishes tonight? Done. Go get us that trip to Disneyland, whatever that might be, however you communicate that in your family, it frees up that much time. And then there might be some places that you can automate, I know one thing that always comes up is paying your bills. For some people that takes a lot of time. You can automate a lot of things. Again, that's relinquishing a little bit of control, but automate that through your bank, or even even if you want to utilize individual websites, that takes a little time as well, but it automates it. Another simple thing, automate your newsletters to your clients. You can set that up in Optavia Share to run automatically. It takes you a few clicks, set it up, it processes on its own. There are automating, places that you can automate. If you need more guidance on that, reach out to your mentorship team. We can definitely help you with some of the other things business-wise that we may have learned to automate. I know there are some apps and things that also, for people that have a little bigger business right now, that automate the daily text messages. You don't have to send them for 8 days. It'll send it automatically for you. So, those kinds of things really will free up, those kinds of things throughout your day. And it really just allows us to work towards while we're here, the why. They just talked about that in the last 30 minutes, why we're here, what we're trying to accomplish, your Disneyland moment, whatever that might mean to you. That's why we're all here. And this form right here really can help you identify some things that you can eliminate, automate, delegate, that will help you reach those goals and build the business, that you're looking for, and squeeze that into your day. I started out working full time, and I squeezed it, Optavia into my day, any chance I got, my lunch hour, on my drive home, whenever that might be. So this helps you squeeze those in too. So some tips on maximizing the hours in your day for sure.
And this form also is wonderful for helping you realize the white space, because so many of us don't realize how much white space we have. So I was not honest with myself about that. I really had to take a good look and say, all right, where is all my time going? And so definitely you want to consider printing this out and filling it out for yourself. And like Kresta said, it's not to show to us, this is strictly for you. So, and this also will help your coach though, pick things apart. If things start going south and you're like, I just don't have time, fill this thing out, talk to your coach, and then I bet you'll find a little bit of extra time somewhere. I almost guarantee you. So our top tips for business building activities, as our friend Molly likes to say, and Kresta had an excellent example on the win the day cards. The daily power hour is absolutely, you've got to do the power hour in this business. I hope, both of us hope that we were able to, show you how to prioritize the rocks in your calendar and get those on there. And what Kresta was saying about delegate, automate, or delete the things that don't serve you, that holds some power, you guys. It is just, you have to figure out what's right for you. And like she said, delegating, the house cleaning. Heck yeah. and the bills, automating those, that's fantastic. I mean, catch up with the 21st century, everybody. Do it. It's easy, it's simple, and it's just done. And then the things that don't serve us, or others, I should say, get rid of them. Go through your closet. You know how you look at, we've just lost all this weight. What did we do? We deleted things from our closets that don't fit us anymore. So it's the same here. We can delete things that don't fit us. It's okay. It's your life. You get to do whatever you want. But whatever you do in all of this that Kresta and I have had the honor to share with you this evening is to be intentional. When you talk to somebody, be intentional. When you're in on that power hour, be intentional. When you write your win the day cards tonight for tomorrow, be intentional. And so, Kresta, do you have anything left to add for everybody, or?
No, I don't. Okay. Just
well, then we will say thank you so much for allowing us to come in and chat with you, everyone, tonight. We hope this was helpful, and we wish everybody power and success moving forward. Have a good night.
Have a fantastic night.